How are you?
I'm good. I was running around all morning because I was gonna use like a super special mic for our interview.
And it
the
doesn't even work.
yeah, the adapter I got doesn't even work. So I'm talking to you through Apple headphone default speakers, and that's just what people are gonna have to deal with.
Well, Trevi, let me just say it's a pleasure chatting with you. I love how excited that you get when we talk. Like, that's so awesome. I love your excitement for just like the whole entertainment as a whole.
Well, why wouldn't I be excited? This is so fun. And it sucks that the last time we talked was literally June, right?
Yeah, it's been a whole year.
I know. Where have we been? This is like ridiculous.
Trevi, where have you been? What's been going on with you?
Wow. Okay, so I have to like look through my my pictures. I'm like, where have I been? But you know what? To be honest, I haven't really been anywhere, and I don't really think a lot of people have been anywhere.
Absolutely. Up until recently, because I feel like people are starting now to get into the flow of things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Since it's
And
loosening up, you
it's
know?
crazy. I there was a lot of people that like I would see that I'm friends with and stuff, and they were just like living their dandy lives, like traveling to different cities. And I was like, how are you guys doing this? They would obviously get like backlash online, but I literally like out of this whole like year and a half, I had to travel once, and it was for work, and it
Mhm.
was New York City. I could have chose any other better place. That was like last November. I went by myself. I think that's like the first time I've done that in a while.
Mhm.
And it was crazy. Like YouTube made like a billboard of me in Times Square, and it was like the craziest experience ever. And it was just so fun. And I just love how like mean everyone is there. I just love it.
Direct, direct.
Direct and
Yeah,
assertive. They're like,
right, right.
we don't care if this light is red. We're walking.
Exactly. Exactly.
But it's a vibe. I mean, it's like every corner there's like a different deli. I'm like, all right, what sandwich am I gonna be struggling on the toilet with later?
Well, you know what's interesting? I will say, like, New York's the one place where you can wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning and decide for yourself that I want like a 4 course meal and can go out of your house and go get that.
Dude, right? I mean, I think that's the good thing about LA too. There's a lot of great late night food options out here. I'm currently in San Diego, so it's like past 10 p.m. You're on your own.
Yeah,
It's like, babe, you gotta check the freezer. You gotta start picking things. Like, you gotta make a PB&J for all I know.
absolutely. So were you was it nerve-wracking just traveling in the height of the pandemic? Were you all in your head or no?
Absolutely. And this is like before the vaccines and stuff were out. And this was like actually like right towards the end of the most recent LA wave.
Mhm.
So it was just like, all right, I'm gonna double mask and then just like exhale when anyone passes by me. But no, it was good. I mean, I feel like the cold killed whatever I had off anyway. But yeah, no, it was super duper fun. I went by myself, I was there for like 2 3 days, and it was just I came back. But around that time, like the November, October of last year, 2020,
Mhm.
um, I was staying with my friend Sam F. And he's a music producer, and he's like such a talented DJ too, and songwriter, and he's just done a lot of stuff for other artists, and I've always like really loved him, and I basically was like, yo, like I want to stay with you, and basically do like a little like writing camp,
Mhm.
and we have a bunch of like demos and fun stuff that we wrote. We just like had fun. It was like good because like I really like truly like we were trapped. And I was like, you know what, we just gotta look on the bright side of this stuff. And yeah, let's just start writing things. And to be honest, the last time I spoke to you, I was actually like really in a really good mental space.
Mhm.
But over like once it hit like August and I knew that this stuff wasn't going anywhere, I was like, wow, damn. Like I struggled really badly with depression and anxiety and like intrusive thoughts. And like it was just really, really difficult. And I told Sam, I was like, I feel like I wake up every morning and I'm putting on different faces.
Mm.
And I said, I was like, I don't know if that's for me to like distract what's going on the inside or to make other people happy. But I just feel like every day is just this new face. Like it's that emoji, those like masquerade faces where they're like one, or like the theater faces where it's like one's happy, one's sad. It's like,
when you say different faces, like what do you mean? Like one day it's a happy face, another day it's an excited face. Like explain it.
Totally. I mean, that's exactly. I mean, some days I'd wake up and just most of the days actually, I'm terrible at waking up, which is why I was 5 minutes late today. I can't. It takes me like a solid 30 minutes to like finally get in the right headspace. Right. But yeah, I just some days I wake up angry, some days I wake up just sad, and but some days it'd be like overly like toxic positivity happy. And I just didn't like it. It was like a roller coaster. And obviously I said something and I asked for help, and I have a great psychologist who I go and see twice a week, and he's helped me so much. His name is Dr. Mike. So props to Dr. Mike. I wouldn't be speaking like this right now if it wasn't for Dr. Mike. Yeah, so I started this when the depression got like really bad. I started this thing. Have you ever heard of something called transcranial magnetic stimulation? Okay, so basically I go to a doctor's office 5 days a week, and it's like these 5-minute sessions where I sit down in a chair, and it's this magnet that basically sends magnetic pulses to my bilateral prefrontal cortex, which fires neurons for the serotonin and dopamine receptors. So it's kind of like an outside-in treatment for that instead of, taking a pill. Which I was like, you know what? I've tried all the pills before, dude. It's like I either feel sick or they just don't work. So it's been working so far, and I just feel great, and it's fun. It's on the beach, like the doctor's office is on the beach. And I'm really proud of like myself for like really like when stuff got hard to, kind of take action, because I know it's like really hard, especially if anyone listening right now is like struggling with depression or anxiety. It's like that first leap is the hardest part, to ask for help and stuff. But, I kind of made a deal with myself, because this song has actually been ready since like December, January-ish. I kind of made a promise with myself that I didn't want to release it until I got better, because then I have like this not massive success story, but I have like this story to go along with the song about how I felt, during that time that I wrote it. Whenever it's my birthday, I just like start freaking out. It's my birthday month.
Why do you feel like that's the case?
I don't know. It's not. I don't have like this fear of getting older. But
I was about to say, I wonder if that's the thing.
Maybe it's just this yearly planetary cycle that F's with my emotions.
Do you think it's a reminder as to things that you haven't accomplished yet and that you want to accomplish?
Yeah, I think I get like sensory overload. I haven't gotten exactly fully where I want to be. I have confidence, and I think I have so much more to offer, and I think I have potential. So as each September comes around, I kind of like look back on my year, and I kind of reflect and be like, what could I have done better, and like where do I wish I was, and what am I most proud of myself for? But sometimes that just like I fall down a rabbit hole. But you know what? It's not, if we were happy all the time, then life would be so boring, because it's just like what's the point of like always aiming to be happy? Because like the whole point of life, I saw Glennon Doyle say this on Demi Lovato's new podcast. She's like, the whole point of life is not to feel happy, it's to feel everything.
Feel emotions. Like I tell people all the time, like, don't try to cut off your emotions. That is the reason why you have them. Go through the emotions, and just try not to stay there. Yeah. Like you go through it. It happened. You know what I'm saying?
Come out of the other side, baby girl. Baby boy.
Right.
Baby non-binary.
I have a question. Why do you feel like it is so important for you to talk about mental health? Because I feel like it is extremely important, because there are a lot of people out there that feel like that they're going through it alone. You know what I
I
mean?
know, you're probably like, she does not shut up about this. You're like, it's
No,
been a whole. You're
no,
like, it's
no,
been a whole
no.
year.
No. I feel like it's so important to talk about it because I feel like there's still some stigma around it that people don't want to talk about their feelings. They don't want to talk about like, what's going on in their mind. And I just want to know, why is it so important for you to discuss that and to be so vocal about it?
Well, it adds a different layer to the songs when they're listening to them because, they know that I'm actually like not getting my songs written for me, and singing about something that I don't even freaking resonate with. So that's one thing. And then I just I'm kind of just rolling with the punches. Like if something works out for me, I'm going to share it. Like I posted on my story the other day that like I started taking a supplement called like liposomal glutathione. It's a mouthful, but it's like been like I've been on for like a week, and it's just like I take it every morning before I eat, and it's just like been totally helping my mood. And so like everything that I try to experience, same with like this magnet that I'm getting on my head, for example, it's like I want to share it with the world because I got blessed with a platform, and if I don't use my voice, then it's useless.
So right now we are joined by Sam, who actually produced. Did you produce the new song Faces?
I did. I produced and I co-wrote it with Trevi.
Nice. So let's talk about that.
Yeah, absolutely.
So being fully transparent here, I already kind of briefly told EJ that like I know that me personally, like when we wrote it around like September-ish, that like I like struggling so bad with my mental health, and kind of just, I went to you and I was like, I don't know like why I feel this way.
Mm-hmm.
And told Sam, I was like, I feel like I'm just waking up as a different person every day. I feel like I'm putting on different faces, putting on this like show, like not only for like myself, but for like other people. And it's just like not real. And I'm pushing everything aside. And Sam, the master behind it all, he just whipped out his keyboard and just started going to town.
Yeah, I feel like it was a very like, it just flowed. Like the whole process, like the concept Faces, like I related to it also. So it was like really easy to just like mesh together. Like Trevi was going through like transitional, like identity changes, like putting on different faces. And for me, like I produce like so many different genres, and I produce for other people. I make K-pop. So I'm always putting on a different hat, a different face, So I feel like it was just really easy for us to we were both going through our own stuff, and it was in a dark place. It was like pretty easy for us to just flow together.
Would you say that this business does that to you? Like you're meeting so many new people, you are trying to, I guess, networking and things like that, that you are constantly putting on different faces and different hats?
I mean, yeah, unfortunately, although it shouldn't be that way, you should be able to wear one hat.
Right.
Totally. Yeah, I mean, Sam, you're probably the easiest producer and songwriter I've ever worked with. And it's like, it was cool though, EJ. It's like, I'd be able to like come in the room and then like, we could talk about things, and it was just like safe. I felt comfortable. I didn't feel like I was in like this huge studio with this $1 million, soundboard that like no one even touches. And then like, we're just like in this really cozy space with everything we need. And it felt safe. And then like, whenever we got like tired or like writer's block, we just like postmate some like vegan stuff. Or like, what did we used to eat? What was our top thing we would eat, Sam?
Was that fire Mexican restaurant?
What was it called? Oh, Takaya.
Yeah, Takaya.
Have you ever had Takaya, EJ?
Yes, one around the corner from the radio station.
So good.
It was that was probably our favorite. Or like I would get like some like cauliflower crust pizza and be like, eat it, I promise it's good. And he's like, no, it's not.
I love
it is not.
I was like, put sriracha on it. I promise you'll like, yeah, I don't know. But yeah, it was super fun. It was easy. We made like 3 or 4 other demos too, which are like we are still working on. But we definitely wanted to get this one out first because it just felt right. And I feel like everyone's in like this vulnerability time where like, as the pandemic, fingers crossed, is actually coming to an end, and we're actually, hopefully in the clear, like we're now healing and we're now recovering from everything that's happened over the past 1.5 years. And it was just really important to share those feelings. And I really do feel like a lot of people are going to resonate with this song. And it's fun too. Like you can listen to it in any mood. If you're sad, if you're happy, if you're feeling fierce, if you're feeling sexy, it's like we basically just kind of tried to interpret it all. And we have like real instruments in there, violins, pianos. It's a good time. And it's probably my favorite single I've ever released.
Well, I'm like super excited to hear it because we talked about how I haven't heard it yet. And
Yeah,
I'm really excited. The first time I hear it is that when I'm playing it on Kiss FM.
Wow. All right. Well, you have to be honest with them. Guys, I know if you're in the car listening to me right now, or if you're watching this on YouTube, if he doesn't tell you that his honest opinion, I'm gonna be so sad. You have to tweet me, expose him, and I hope you like it, and I hope everyone listening likes it. And this is also just such a fun opportunity, and I'm so grateful, obviously, that you guys sit down and talk to me and actually get to hear the story and care. And it means a lot, especially like because it's June right now, we're celebrating Pride, and it's now been 1 year since I came out as trans. And boy, has it been a journey. I didn't expect this roller coaster. I mean, it was more mental. I mean, I definitely have like lots of physical effects. Like I look in the mirror, I look like a total different person than I was a year ago. But mentally, it's a roller coaster. But you got to keep myself grounded and keep myself in check, because that's the only way this is going to work.
What do you have coming up next? What are you working on?
Well, I'm shooting the video for Faces. And everything's all set. I literally just have to go to my rehearsals starting very soon, and then we're gonna shoot it. And then my goal is to get it out like literally as soon as possible, like a matter of weeks.
Have a album, an EP or something coming out?
Yeah, definitely an EP. I don't know if I'm ready for a full-length album. For sure, but definitely there will be another project, and this will be the lead single off of it. We just need to definitely polish these songs that we made during our quarantine writing camp. But yeah, it's I'm just asking that people just give it a listen, and maybe a second listen, and try to relate. And
I feel like it's one thing that everybody can relate to, especially just trying to switch it up and changing, because I feel like a lot of people will go into a room and put on a different face. You know what I'm saying? Go into a meeting, put on a different face. Go into a grocery store and put in a different face. So if that's the one thing that I feel like that everybody can relate to, if that makes sense.
So it's not. I've realized it's not a bad thing to do that, because I catch myself, even like sometimes if you notice yourself like acting different around certain friends, it's like. That's not the issue. It's just as long as like when you go to bed at night and you reflect and like you really like feel who you are. Remember, like I said, like it's like all about like there's my cat. It's all about feeling everything, not just trying to feel happy. It's about feeling everything. Try to find that core, and that's what's helped me. And therapy. I mean, it's like it saved my life. So if that is like something that you're or anyone listening is like wanting to do, like I would definitely look into it. So.
Basically, you got to do what you got to do to make sure that you're all
Gotta do what you got to do. It's not going to be easy at all, but it's going to be worth it in the end, because you get to be on Kiss FM with EJ.
Well, Trevi and Sam, I appreciate you taking the time out and chatting with us. I cannot wait to hear the song. It's going to be so dope. Thank you so much, y'all.
Hey, wait, can I say one more thing?
Sure.
Hi, Mom. All right. Okay.
All right.
Bye.